This is the game that everyone is talking about, and for good reason. Today, we're going to break down the macro of this match, what this zone really means, and how the top two teams' strategy worked for them. Coming into the final game of PMGC 2024, RCB are just 1 point ahead and looking to win, whilst DK and Nigma Galaxy are close behind and ready to take the title from the Turkish. But PUBG Mobile had other plans. Why is this zone so bad? The most obvious reason is the lack of ground to play from. A zone with 80% water means you're swimming unless you're one of the lucky ones. This type of severe shift also means that teams come together much quicker and without a plan, meaning that teams who would normally do well fall fast. The most crushing consequence of this zone is the denial of any sort of strategy from any of the teams. These teams were ready for a game where they could tweak their rotations, play more aggressive, or change their angles. This was taken from them and forced them to throw caution to the wind, piling all on top of each other in a bid for one of the islands. The tournament had effectively ended the moment Zone 2 popped up. DPlus Kia always had the advantage here. Their Impala drop location and quick movement to the coast made their crossing easy and early. They traded eliminations for a shot at the win, which is what they needed to win the tournament. Their strategy was zone first, kills at the end, which requires quick thinking but also an enormous amount of patience. Other teams who did this were those who came from the north, Void Donkey, Guild, and the Vicious. Nigma Galaxy's discovery that the tiny island had nowhere to land gave DRX enough time to make the larger crossing and gatekeep them, making their tournament effectively over from this point on. RCB, of course, are the standout team here. They knew they needed as many points as possible to make sure that DPlus Kia couldn't overtake them even if they won. I think the full aggro was always their plan for this game. You can see their intention from the way they use their vehicles. They're looking for prey, not willing to pick a spot and stay there. Turkish teams are known for their aggression, so when this zone popped up, it was actually helpful to them. They were more relaxed because this style of gameplay is their default, and it helped Sarah to be the beast he was in this game. So while they would have preferred a more normal zone, this is probably the one team that genuinely benefited from it. They beeline for the coast, but rather than taking an area less inhabited, they use the roads, which are quicker, to get right into the middle. Here the crossing is the narrowest, which makes it a hotspot for teams trying to cross. There is also a boat here, so their aggressive 2-2 split both helps them protect their passage across and chokes teams in this area. RCB take advantage of the chaos of teams mad dashing for the coast and use their strengths to eliminate half the lobby. Knowing INF are busy fighting TJB, they group up to clear the north side. Notice how they don't wait around. The move is instant and, most importantly, preemptive. By eliminating the competition, they narrow down the fight on the island, which would be harder because of its small size and open ground. At least on this main coastline, there won't be any third parties from the islands. When they do move to the island, they're still thinking of the tournament, not getting caught up in the excitement, and avoid DPlus Kia to stop any points going their way. In a heroic effort, RCB managed 6th place with a whopping 13 eliminations, so now they can only sit back and wait for DK's result. This is where the slow and patient gameplay starts to shine. Whilst RCB's strategy is a good one, it actually helped DK as it cleared the traffic that would have landed on top of DK's position, leaving only the north side occupied and giving them space to work. The concentration of teams on the north also means that those teams fight each other, and not necessarily DPlus Kia. The Vicious made a play against INF, which should have been fine, but DPlus Kia were quick to cover the distance between them and the duo were delayed by the revive. This opened up the highest ground to DPlus Kia, giving them control over the last remaining solos. This was a classic vacuum and fill type of game, and DPlus Kia aced it. A win is what DK needed to win PMGC, and by 1 point it worked. This crazy result could have only happened because of this crazy game, and while we hurt for RCB, we can commend the consistency of the Koreans that led them to be able to take the win so narrowly. I'll be making many more videos on this game after the holidays, so if you want to learn more about this match and what made it so great, click the subscribe button. You can also join my memberships to get videos early and have full access to my coaching and analysis live streams. I'll see you in 2025.